live here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. You got the 15th Region Tournament semifinals. The final spot will be decided right here, courtesy of Pikeville and Paintsville. You got Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy on the call, Coach, for this semifinal Friday.
Well, we're here now, Darryl McCoy. Friday night, we've been here all week long. One more team to punch their ticket to championship Saturday for the girls' side of things. And man, oh man, it couldn't be a better matchup. You've got Paintsville, you've got Pikeville, you've got the current reigning 15th Region Player of the Year in Callie Alvin. You've got what many believe will be a Miss Basketball contender next year, and Kylie Kenner. So you've got elite talent on both sides, and you can just go on down the line. You talk about Pikeville, Kat Walters, Nicole Lynn, and you go to the other side of it for Paintsville. As we mentioned, Kylie Kenner gets a lot of the publicity, Kevin Jones, for Paintsville, and rightfully so, averaging close to 28 points per game. But don't forget about McKinley Ramey, who also is a very a threat on the offensive end, Kevin Jones.
These two met right at the end of the season, right, with Paintsville getting the big win.
Right.
Miss Sophie, thank you.
Well, listen, anytime, and you said this, Kevin Jones, off air, anytime Kevin Jones, anytime you got a player like Kylie Kenner, you got an opportunity to win anytime you step on the court. And Darryl McCoy getting ready to.
He was trying to get Coach, but she had to go to the meeting in the middle of the floor there, Coach.
Yeah, I had the little meeting before the officials gathering with the captains. We're about 11 minutes before tip-off here. And again, Final Four Friday. Yep, one more game to go here. And Kevin Jones, I believe this could be one of the best we've seen all week.
I think this is going to be a really good one. I think the matchup at Paintsville here, last game of the season, I think it was really tight, wasn't it?
And it was. And here's the other deal. Here's the other side of it. We've said this all year. I don't know of any team that has grown as much from game one until now as Paintsville has. And here we go. Darryl McCoy with Denise Campbell, the head coach of the Pikeville Lady Panthers.
All right, guys, we're here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena, 15th Region semifinal Friday, and we're here with the legend, Denise Campbell. Coach Campbell, Paintsville, Pikeville. This is a game just happened a couple weeks ago. You went, and they ended up getting the best of you on that night. Did that help your girls get focused coming in on this game? What are you telling your girls coming in?
Well, absolutely. We learn from each game. And, we came down here in the championship game with Paintsville and did a great job. And I felt like did a great job down there, just come up a little bit short in the end. And, they knocked down a few more shots than we did. And on the end of the scoreboard, we were come up 5 short. But we're ready. We're focused and ready to go. We know what we need to do. We just got to come out and do the little things tonight and just continue to play our game. And, Kenner's an amazing player. We just got to play great defense and communicate. I think communication tonight is going to be our best 6 man, and from the bench to the floor. And we just got to block out and get it up and down the floor.
Well, you know all about great players, and Kylie Kenner is as good as any player we've seen in this region in a while. When you're attacking her, how are you guys going to plan to slow her down tonight?
Well, we just got to we got to make sure we're going to try to face guard her a little bit. We're going to try to take her out of her game, try to make her miss. But listen, she's just a great player, and we've got Kylie Alvin, we got Kat Walters, we've got some great players too. And, it's a great game, but you got to try to make her do something different. And we're hoping to do that with some great communication and maybe handing off and never lose a connection with her is what our goal is tonight. I'll take her and out. She's got some great players around her. So just got ready to play.
Well, Coach, I'm not going to be any much longer. All of us at D&D Sports Networks wants to congratulate you on 15th Region Coach of the Year.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Get it done, Coach.
All right, Darryl McCoy with Denise Campbell, and I like what she said. She didn't hide the fact Kevin Jones, that guess what? Any surprise they're going to face guard Kylie Kenner tonight?
No, I think that's the right thing to do, don't you?
When you've got a great scorer like Kylie Kenner, and they don't come around very often here in the mountains, you do whatever you can to disrupt and make it extremely uncomfortable for a player like Kylie Kenner, and that looks like what Coach Denise Campbell's going to do, is she's going to make it really, really tough for Kylie Kenner to get any open looks or to try to take her completely out of the flow of the offense. So we'll see how that works for Pikeville, and we'll see if that actually works to Kylie Kenner's advantage. Sometimes it does when you overplay a great player. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back on the D&D Sports Network.
Live here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena as you're watching the Gary C. Johnson Law pregame show with Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy on the call here. And we're going to turn it over to Kevin Jones here, Coach, and see how these teams match up with the tail of the tape.
Pikeville Lady Panthers coming in with a 20-8 record, 59th district champions. They are shooting 40% as a team from the field goal percentage, averaging 62 points a game, allowing 47. They're shooting 32% from the three-point line. Leading scorer is Kylie Albert, averaging 18.5 points a game. As a team, they average 31 rebounds a game, and they're shooting 63% from the free throw line. And Kylie Albert's also the leading rebounder on the team. Then you go on the other side, Paintsville Lady Tigers, 57th district runner-up, had to win by the super region to get here. They're averaging 59 points a game, allowing 50. Shooting 38% as a team. Leading scorer, Kylie Kenner, averaging 27 points a game. As a team, they average 30 rebounds a game, and they shoot 26% from the three-point line. Kylie Kenner is also the leading rebounder, averaging almost 8 rebounds a game, and as a team, they shoot 69% from the free-throw line. Pikeville won 58-43 in the All-A final. On January 12th, Paintsville won 55-50 at home. So, guys, this should be a really good matchup.
It should. That's how the teams match up. Now let's go over to the Punks Tires players to watch. And who do we need to keep an eye on with these two teams?
For Pikeville, Kat Waters, 423 points on the season, 63 threes. She's averaging 15 points a game, 42% scorching from the three-point line. She's got, like I said, 63 threes. She's shooting almost 77% from the free throw line. And she's second leading scorer for Pikeville, team leader in three-point percentage, and one of the top perimeter threats in the region. Class of 2027, Kat Waters.
Now, that's Pikeville now. Who do we need to watch for Paintsville? I don't think this is any surprise.
Kylie Kenner, 2027 shooting guard. She is averaging 27 points a game, shooting 31% from the three-point line, 82% from the free throw line and averaging 7 rebounds a game, Miss Kylie Kenner. As a junior, just my opinion, I think the best player in the region.
She's going to be future Miss Basketball.
I think she's future. She's going to be one kid that plays Division I for 2 sports.
I agree. The real quick here, let's go over our sponsors. Amanda Blackburn-Muncie, Magistrate, District 1. Brian Morris for Judge Executive. Larry Frisbee, Commissioner, District 1 in Johnson County. Force Service Center, Black Diamond Excavation Crew. The Mine, that's Coach Keathley's hot spot. Al's Garage, located in Minnie, Kentucky. Hit up Al's Garage for all your automobile needs. Rodney Scott for Sheriff, Mountaineer Buildings, Punk's Tires, Hilton Homes of Iville, Willie Crace, Republican State Representative, 95th District, S&K Asphalt Service, Pikeville Medical Center, Food Fair, TRW Vendors Market, Matt Hager Law, Clayton Homes of Harold, George Swain at State Farm, Sal's Steakhouse, Pro Cleaners, commercial, residential, or mining, they'll get it done. Hurley's Jump Zone, Coach, they bring the party to you. Inflatables, trampolines, as Coach says, they'll bring everything. Who knows, Crum Funeral Home may have got their trampoline from Hurley's Jump Zone, but either way, they'll make sure you're jumping and hopping. That's Hurley's Jump Zone. Crum Funeral Home, Jason Fields for Jailer in Pike County. Nick Markham for Jailer in Martin County. Butcher's Towing, Warfield Market, Tommy's Auto Sales, 23 Camper Sales, Mitchell Ferris, U.S. Senate, getting rid of the shenanigans, Coach. No shenanigans, no tomfoolery with Mitchell Ferris.
I love it.
Yeah, and listen, he's coming to talk to us. He's going to come talk to us, tell us, hey, listen, why should you Republicans vote for me, a Democrat? He's going to let us know, and he's going to sell the case. And if that's the case, we're going to take him. We're going to try to let everybody put him in office. Now, I also want to thank Man Toyota. Man, what a deal. Lucas & Sons Funeral Home, Gary C. Johnson Law, AAA Real Estate, and Ratliff Moving Company. So you're sitting here right now, Coach. Johnson Central punches the ticket, and now they await the winner, Pikeville, Paintsville. One of these teams will advance to the championship game tomorrow afternoon.
Darryl, keep an eye on Ava Rogers for Pikeville. She's gingerly, maybe the knee. I see her been working on it throughout the pregame, and she's definitely not moving as well. So keep an eye on that.
Yeah, as you sit here, the starting lineups for the Pikeville Panthers, they are the champions. Wait, hold on. How is Pikeville wearing black and Paintsville wearing white? Paintsville was the runner-up, and Pikeville was the champion.
Yeah, maybe it's something they talked about.
Yeah, could be. Maybe getting the other uniforms. I don't know, but either way, we're getting ready to have the starting lineups of the Pikeville Panthers brought to you courtesy of The Mine, located right here on Main Street in Pikeville, Kentucky. And again, Coach, 2 great coaches, Denise Campbell, Don Kenner, getting ready to square off.
Coach of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, basketball fans. Welcome to the Appalachian Warehouse Arena, Pikeville, Kentucky, for semi-final action of the girls and region basketball tournament.
Here we go. Starting lineups.
Representing the guests on the scoreboard, the champions of the 59th
Now,
starting the
senior 00, Kylie Kenner. Or Kylie Alvin, wearing number 0, Nicole Lynn. Wearing number 13, Kat Walters. Number 15, Sophie Woods. And wearing number 23, Ava Rogers. They are head coached by Denise Campbell, Pikeville Panthers 15th Region Coach of the Year. Coach Denise Campbell named Coach of the Year by the Coaches Association. Now Paintsville starting lineup. Number 1, McKinley Ramey. Wearing number 3, Kylie Kenner. Number 4, Brooklyn Skaggs. Wearing number 14, Addison Hilton. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 15, Annabelle Blankenship. They are head coached by Dawn Kenner, coach, and I don't think there's a way Dawn Kenner, to me, I think had a strong case for Coach of the Year. Denise Campbell, she definitely had the resume. I think one of the two should have been Coach of the Year.
From start to finish, had anybody improved more than Paintsville?
No, and the officials for tonight's game will be who, Kevin Jones?
Joey Mauser, Jordan Philpott, and Chris Simpson.
Now here we go, jumping off. You're going to have Sophie Woods and Blankenship at center court. And it's going to be Paintsville. Kenner, she gets it, gets downhill in a hurry, spins, and can't convert. Alvin comes away with the rebound. Here comes Kylie Alvin on the break. Alvin to the corner, shot up. Walters off the mark.
Shooting over 40% on the year from 3.
42%.
That's an elite number.
Yep. And coach, her aunt, Division I coach, Joanne McNamee, was watching the other night, and she may be in the house tonight.
Now at Boston College?
Yeah, at Boston College. Does a tremendous job. I know she was supposed to be here. I'm not sure if she made it or not. There's Nicole Lynn. Lynn gets it up to Alvin. Alvin, she's wide open. Top of the key 3. Can't get the bounce, and Kenner with the board.
Skies for that one.
She did. Here comes the Tigers. Good job there by Alvin.
Anytime Kenner, most likely if she spins, they're coming to bring a double.
And I'd say that's something they seen in the scouting report, Coach. There you see Kenner with the ball out top. Kenner drives right. She'll swing it over McKinley Ramey. McKinley Ramey had a really good quarterfinal game.
And Darryl, you heard what Denise Campbell said. A lot of times coaches don't, they're not going to tell you. Listen, they said they're going to face guard Kylie Kenner.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing with Kat Walters.
And, if you're going to do it, that's the one to do it with.
Yes.
You just wonder, though, Coach, will that affect, you rely so much on Kat offensively as well. How much will that take out of her?
Right.
There's Helton. And Alvin with another rebound. Coach, it's been a long time since I've seen a kid stuff a stat sheet like Kylie Alvin does.
Does a little bit of everything.
She does. You look, she's normally 5 assists, 4 steals, 6 rebounds, 20-some points. Nice job, Skaggs, getting to the line and drawing the foul on Sophie Woods.
Exactly what you need to do, push on that pressure. And man, oh man, Denise Campbell didn't hide it. They said, we're going to face guard, and Kat Walters is on Kylie Kenner like white on rice.
She was. And it'd be interesting to see that matchup, how it goes this game. This first quarter brought to you courtesy of Larry Frisbee, Commissioner, District 1 in Johnson County. Skaggs sinks that one. And Paintsville up 2-0. Yeah, Coach, I don't understand that. How Pikeville is the visiting team.
Yeah, we'll have to get some clarification.
Yeah, that's not understandable. Maybe somebody can let us know. I understand Pikeville wanting to wear their black uniforms, maybe.
Right.
But, I don't understand, why they're still the visitors.
Right, yeah.
Adam Rice said Key will be in transition tonight, keeping Pikeville from running and getting behind the Tigers in transition.
Sophie Woods at the line.
Says, thanks for your coverage, Adam Rice.
Adam, one of the really good ones, right? One of the good guys.
Has a good look at Sophie Woods. Shot up and good. This is one of my favorite matchups when these two schools meet, Coach. Great fan bases, good communities, and the two biggest independent schools.
Yeah.
They're the powerhouses. So I always like watching this matchup. Both of them Class A, a lot of history in their programs.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, good job, McKinley Ramey with the bucket, and Paintsville jumps up 4-1. Now here comes Kylie Alvin. She breaks the pressure. Alvin, she's got Skaggs all over, but she's got a bucket too, Coach. Just blew by the defense.
Nice take.
Here's McKinley Ramey. Ramey swings it back around the Skaggs. Swing it over to Hilton. Ramey for three, and she's off the mark. Nicole Lynn grabs the rebound. Here comes Nicole Lynn.
Watch out.
Yeah, leaves it for Alvin. Swings it to the wing. Walters, she's off the mark.
You don't have to ask Walters twice,
No,
right?
absolutely quick trigger. Lynn gets blocked. A lot of contact there. Here comes back the other way. Ramey, she'll leave it up. Stops, pops, and cannot drop. Helton, she's off the mark.
And Alvin with another rebound.
Yeah, 3 rebounds already.
There's Rogers.
Yeah, Ava Rogers gets swatted by Kenner. Kenner gets over to Ramey. Here comes the Tigers on the break. Ramey leaves it for Kenner. Kenner, she goes baseline, and they'll call a foul.
Denise Campbell not happy with that. He said, what about on my side?
There, Coach. Don Kenner, for you guys that don't know, a legendary volleyball coach in the state of Kentucky. And there's a foul. They're going to get that against Walters.
Yeah, you got to watch that.
You got to keep Kat Walters on the floor if you're Pikeville.
Yeah, does so many things.
Yeah. You know, Coach, Kylie Kenner, she's got a chance to 3,000 points, 3,000 kills. I'd say that's rarefied air, I'd say. She's probably, nobody else has probably ever done that.
I don't think so.
There's Kenner. Stops, pops, and cannot drop. And Ramey with the rebound gets it over to Skaggs. Skaggs drives middle, kicks it over to Blankenship, leaves it for Kenner. Kenner with the bucket.
Kenner doing a nice job moving without the ball.
Here comes Alvin.
I'm telling you, Darryl.
Yeah, Pikeville just being a little careless with the basketball right now.
Paintsville, the more aggressive team.
I agree. Swings it over. Kenner. She drives left. Going up, using that size.
Get a timeout.
Absolutely. They need a timeout. We do too. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
Folks, if you're in the market for a storage building, garage, barn, or custom structure, there's only one name you need to know. Mountaineer Buildings, conveniently located right outside Chapmanville, West Virginia, with multiple locations across Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. They are the largest building company in the coalfields for a reason. They've got a huge inventory on lot, unbeatable deals, and waiting for you. Come see us at Mountaineer Building. And we're back here. They'll swing it over. Kat Walters off the mark. Good play design out of the timeout. Alvin lets it fly. She's off the mark. Nicole Lynn grabs the rebound, gets it to Blankenship. Here comes Kenner. Kenner turns, gets up floor. Trap, gets it back. Kenner swings it over to the wing. Skaggs, guarded by Lynn. Gets it down to Blankenship. Right back to Skaggs. Skaggs goes in. The runner doesn't fall. Ava Rogers comes away with it.
Battle underneath. Rogers coming away.
Yeah, and nice job by Walters. You know, Coach, Kat Walters, I'm telling you right now, you know, people don't understand how good that girl is. You know, I really like Kat Walters, you know, and her competitive fire is what makes her so good.
I think that you nailed it, how competitive she is.
Yeah. There goes Skaggs. Swings it over. Kinley Ramey trapped on the wing and gets it off Walters' foot. It'll be Paintsville ball. And there's a D&D Sports Network media timeout, and they'll take one. We'll jump out with them. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network.
At Black Diamond Excavation Crew, we've got over 100 years of combined operating experience. from demolition and land prep to ditching and cleanup. Proudly serving Mingo, Logan, Pike, Martin, and surrounding counties. Give us a call today for a free estimate or message us on Facebook at Black Diamond Excavation Crew, LLC.
Al's Garage, located at Minnie, has a reputation of providing excellent automotive repairs with experienced mechanics who go above and beyond to serve our customers. Oil changes, tires, brakes, engine repair, or exhaust. We offer reliable service to keep your vehicle running as it should. Come see us beside the Family Dollar at Minnie or call 949-1921. Al's Garage wishes good luck to all area teams.
And we're back here on the Matt Hager fan cam as you see Macy Maynard and the Martin County Cardinals coach at Lakin Williams. All the former Martin County stars up there on the Matt Hager fan cam. And then we'll look up at the upper deck on the main camera. And you see some Pikeville fans up there, Coach. A lot of people interested in this matchup. They know that this one here, Dalton Gillespie on the Matt Hager fan cam. Everybody knows this matchup right here, Coach. These two teams, if you was going to say any of them had a chance in the region to knock off Johnson Central, it come down, I think you'd say these two teams or Floyd Central. And,
Right.
you know, so, I mean, you know, but right now, I think we can all agree it's Johnson Central's, you know, to lose.
Certainly the favorite.
Now, you know, so these teams are going to have to, you know, get out of here, play a quick game, and then go in unscathed.
Wow.
Yeah, Kenner off the mark. Rebound, put back, good by Kate Loffer.
Ren, Paintsville just being the more aggressor.
Ava Rogers swings over to the wing. Walters gets it to Alvin. Swings it back around. Alvin gets it to that high post. Woods dumps it down to Rogers. Back over to Alvin. Alvin guarded by Skaggs. Good defense.
Again, I got to compliment the 13th region officials. They're doing a heck of a job here.
There's Walters. She
Got it.
buries it. Coach, that's at 42% on the season from downtown.
You know, she had shot two previous. You knew the next one was going to drop.
Yeah. Coach, 29-16, not Central up on Hazard at the half.
I'm a little surprised by that score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Hazard was the runaway winner in that 14th.
Yeah.
But they're well coached there at Not Central,
They
though.
are. Alvin, Darryl, she's the reigning 15th region player of the year.
Yeah, reigning 15th region player of the year against what most people, Coach, have as next year's 15th region player of the year, Kylie Kenner.
Yes.
So you got a lot of star power on the floor. And Kat Walters, Kat Walters going to come prove a point here tonight,
Right.
Coach, saying, hey, you know, don't say that award's out yet.
No.
Kenner can't get the row. Ava Rogers, strong board by Rogers.
That was a big-time rebound.
It was. Rogers kicks it ahead. Nice pass. Good find. We're not able to convert.
Paintsville just back up the floor in a hurry.
Listen, I love this young lady's game, McKinley Ramey, Coach. Really good point guard.
Absolutely.
There's Ramey. And now get it back around.
Nice
Ramey,
take.
yeah, nice attack by Ramey. Strong move. Coach, and, you know, a lot of people don't mistake, you know, part of the reason why Paintsville has such continuity is these girls are together year-round.
Yeah.
Just about every one of these girls is Dawn Kenner's volleyball team as well.
Good point. That builds a lot of connectivity.
It does, and, you know, I mean, when you see they know where each other's at, you know, there's no bickering, no fighting, you know, they all play for each other.
Dagan Oliver checks in, Darryl. You're a fan of Oliver.
Big fan of Dagan Oliver's. You know why, right? She's a Pond Creek girl.
Yeah.
Coming back, here comes Kylie Kenner. Kenner,
what a
nice
pass.
look. And how about Kenner pulling out all the stops? You know, but right now, Coach, as good as Paintsville's playing, you know, you look, if you're Pikeville, you're only down 6. There goes Alvin. Alvin, tough shot there.
Forcing the issue a little bit. And Paintsville just being.
What they call?
Well, they call a foul there on the floor.
Joanne McNamee says, let's go Cat and Pikeville. Watching from Boston, Massachusetts, Coach.
Boston College.
Yeah, best of luck, Joanne. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck this postseason.
Former UPike women's head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Joanne's class act. She is the aunt of Cat Waters.
Oh, well, listen. Runs in the genes then, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
She was a pretty good player in her day.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
Tuning in from the Atlantis, Brody Howell says the Ava Rogers ankle. Mike Mullen says not girls still up. And Lucas Gayhart tuning in, state champion. Here you see Alvin. Little shake, gets down, tough shot, rims off the other side, rebound no good, coming back the other way.
They're just pushing tempo here.
Nice job, Kylie Kenner, Coach. Right now, I mean, Paintsville just having a tough time stopping these dribble drives.
Well, Pikeville.
Or Pikeville, yeah.
Listen, they're playing at two different paces right now.
Yeah.
Paintsville playing at a much different pace than what Pikeville is.
I agree with you right now. I mean, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
You know, it's 16-8 is the score at the end of the first. We'll be right back with more on the D&D Sports Network.
Pike County Sheriff Rodney Scott is proud of the record of his department. Every year-end audit has come back clean. And with financial stability, Sheriff Scott has added more certified deputies than ever before in Pike County, with new equipment, including guns, bulletproof vests, vehicles, and drug enforcement canines. With nearly 200 arrests on drug charges, crime will not be tolerated on Sheriff Rodney Scott's watch.
With your vote and support, we will continue to make Pike County the best place to live.
If you're needing seal coating, blacktop, line striping, recapping, or brand new pavement, S&K Asphalt has you covered. They take pride in their work, they're fully insured, and they make sure every job is done right the first time. Whether it's residential driveways or a commercial parking lot, don't trust just anybody. Trust the professionals at S&K Asphalt Service. Give Anthony Hampton a call today at 606-471-4297 for a free quote. That's 606-471-4297. S&K. And we're back here. And get it over to Alvin. Alvin driving middle, coming out in the second quarter, 16-8 lead right now for Paintsville on the Craig Damon Furniture scoreboard. They're going to call the foul on Ramey.
Darryl, they're not doing it, but it's almost as if they're doing it. Could be just how that's playing out, but they're almost running a chaser at the handler when they try to attack. So there's no driving lanes for Alvin to kind of create because there's always a second defender there.
Sitting here, the Connor Thacker tuning in from section 203. Alvin for three. She's off the mark. Ramey with the rebound.
And look, it's every rebound they're pushing. Watch out.
And Kenner lets it fly and buries it from NBA range.
Callie Kenner with 9 points here.
Well, Coach, I do want just breaking news just popped off in the middle school level, and Paintsville fans are not going to like this. Guard Caden Hensley has transferred across the creek to Johnson Central.
You know, Brock Woods is like, can we ever get a break?
Yeah.
Right there he is, by the way.
Yeah, Brock Woods in the house.
He says, can we ever, you know.
And if you've not seen young Caden Hensley, he's a flamethrower from downtown, one of the top shooters in middle school basketball. That's a big loss for the Tigers.
Yeah. Kind of slows that momentum a little bit. Paintsville leading it by 9 here.
Yep. You see coming in, Kylie Kenner drives left. Nice drive by Kenner. Not able to convert. Dagan Oliver going to draw the foul.
Downhill drives, Darryl McCoy, create so much, especially on the high school level in the 15th region. 9 shot blockers, yeah, why aren't you attacking every time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And with Kenner's size and length, that's an advantage every time down the floor, especially if they're not going to face guard.
I agree. They'll swing it around. Section 203 once on the Matt Hager fan cam, Coach. We'll get them next break. Here comes McKinley Ramey. Ramey, oh, nice job. Good switch up, Coach. I'm telling you, this young lady, Coach, a lot of people sleep on McKinley Ramey, proving why that you need to start mentioning her in top point guards.
Talked a little bit about her during pregame, that it's just not a one-woman show with Paintsville.
Yep. There's Nicole Lynn. Good job by Skaggs. Gets it over to Dagan Oliver. Fires the jumper. No good.
Darryl, listen, right now, Paintsville is a step quicker. They're out-toughing and outworking Pikeville on both sides of the ball. In that tempo, Pikeville's having a little trouble in transition on the defensive side.
I agree. 21-10 right now, Coach, on the Craig Devon Furniture scoreboard. If you're Pikeville, you've got to start cutting into this lead here. You know, you want to keep his single digits going into the locker room.
Always makes you feel a little better when you go to the locker room and you're not down double digits.
Yeah, you're not out of the game. You know, gives you a reason to come out and fight in the second half.
Right. Kind of like Belfry last night. It looked like they may be getting ready to get down 15. Well, they went to the locker room down 9.
Yep. You know, I mean, this Pikeville team, you know, the thing is, though, Coach, you know, they got a lot more to give, but right now, their problem's on the defensive end. They're just not able to stop Ramey and Kenner.
They're getting downhill.
Yep. You coaching, if I'm them, I don't know. The swings it back over. Get it to Alvin. Oliver, and she loses it.
Oliver can bury that from deep, so.
She can. She's being a little hesitant right now.
Yeah.
She's had a couple of clean looks, but even the one she took a little bit late. Jeremy Dyer says he's watching from Portage Lakes, Ohio. He said no dog in the fight, just enjoys mountain basketball. Appreciate you, Jeremy. Here you go. Nice job. Going up the floor. Shot no good by Skaggs.
Going to be a foul on Callie Alvin.
Yeah.
And that's going to be her second, if I'm not mistaken. No, excuse me. Yeah, her second personal. Just, again, the tempo, pace, and especially in transition, Pikeville got to pick it up. Giving up too many transition opportunities.
You know, Coach, and if I'm them, you know, if I'm Pikeville, I'm going to switch to a zone here.
Downhill, Darryl.
And I'm going to try to pack that paint and stop some of them drives.
Well, that's a good point. You go to zone and clog up the lane.
You know, because that's where they're getting hurt
Oh,
from
what
right
hustle.
now. Yeah. McKinley Ramey out hustling the entire Pikeville lineup.
50-50 balls.
Off the mark. Nicole Lynn grabs the rebound. Here comes Lynn.
Well, the other reason you go to a zone, Darryl, is Paintsville's not a great three-point shooting team.
No, I agree. I agree with
you know, Kenner can get it going, and there's a couple others at times. But, listen, I'll settle for those long-range bombs over Kenner getting downhill.
No, yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not above a boxing one, Coach. You know.
And Denise kind of alluded that she wasn't afraid to go to that during pregame.
Yeah. And Pikeville, they're so dangerous, Coach, because they got 3 point guards on the floor at the same time.
We talked about that the other night.
But, you know, defensively, I mean, you're seeing Paintsville's size is really getting to them, too.
Length, athleticism.
They'll come back around. Alvin got bumped.
Paintsville fans not happy.
No.
They thought that Kenner.
There you see, coming up the wing, you got Skaggs. Skaggs leads it over to Ramey. Ramey drives middle, right back.
Look at that, Darryl.
I mean, she's so good.
They've given up 2 layups, so they should have.
They'll get it down right now. Kenner has the size advantage on Lynn, Coach. Rushed that one a little bit. Here comes Lynn back the other way.
3-on-1.
Yep, they need to get this bucket. And they do. Cat Walters making them pay in transition. And here comes Kenner back the other way, right back at you. Ramey, she's off the mark. And here comes Walters with the rebound. Walters gets it ahead, throws it away, though. Kenner going all the way to the rack. Good job there by Alvin, even with the box out after, Coach.
It was. Kenner contorted her body.
And there's Walters. 6 Cat Walters cuts it to 6, Coach.
10 double digits for Walters now, 10 points. Paintsville's missed a couple of golden opportunities here.
And back the other way, Kenner gets it back over.
Slowing it down a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And Don Kenner not happy with the officials.
Not happy at all.
He said, I've been trying to call a timeout for 30 seconds.
Coach, let's go up to section 203 on the Matt Hager fan cam. Where are they at? Up there they are. There you see, Coach, some of them fine fellas up in the upper deck over there. There you go. Watch them flexing, Coach. Sun's out, guns out. You like it?
I like it. I love it.
Absolutely. Them boys putting on the show up there.
They are.
Hey, listen, they've been the ammo alley with them bazookas.
You better believe it.
Tell me they ain't hit the weight room.
The pyramids of Egypt, right?
They have. So the Matt Hager fan cam representing well. There's Macy Maynard, Lakin Stevens. We'll go down to the lower deck here. Coach, and that's, this ball game right now, as good as they played, you're like, okay, they've played well, but, Pikeville, they've cut it to 6 here. This game, Paintsville, this can really take air out of yourselves if, as good as you played, if you're Paintsville, and then you look up and Pikeville's still within striking distance, that you're like, okay, as good as we're playing, Pikeville still ain't win away. We can't put them away.
Well, Paintsville had 2 golden opportunities to push this lead out. Kenner missed a layup over Alvin. Gave up a transition 3, Darryl. That's a backbreaker. That's a 5-point swing. And if you're Paintsville, just keep doing what you're doing, because Pikeville having a lot of trouble to keep up with that pace right now.
I agree, and listen, it really, Coach, started when Cat Walters. She was the driving force behind that run. She got a couple of deflections on one end and then come down, hit the layup in transition, then hit the three-pointer. Great job by Walters, not going away. And listen, she's got the toughest job on the floor right now, because she's having to guard what may be a missed basketball candidate.
They've now switched, though, Darryl.
They'll swing it back around. There's Helton. Gets it over to Kenner. Kenner, guarded by Eva Rogers. Good step back, and Kenner buries it. This young lady, Coach, special with a capital S.
12 points for Kylie Kenner. And it's back to 9.
Yeah.
And pressure up top, Darryl. And players not moving, not making themselves available for Alvin.
I agree with you, Coach. I think right now the Pikeville offense looking a little stagnant.
Floater.
Yeah, nice job. Gets swatted by Kenner.
That's Kenner's second block.
Adam Rice says Kylie needs to get an and-1. Said third foul on Alvin. Said be aggressive, go at her. Wow.
Listen, now they've kind of set back here in a 2-3 zone.
Walters gets it out to Alvin. Alvin back to Walters. Walters over to Alvin. Just working it around. Rogers at the high post over to Walters. She can't get the roll. Rebound goes to Helton. Here comes Kenner on the push. Kenner, nice pass. Yeah. Loffer kicks it out. Shot up. No good. Rims off. And Ava Rogers will call jump ball, Coach.
Going to stay Paintsville's way, and those are those little things, that second and third effort that coaches talk about. It's not always the first effort. It's that second and third effort that wins you games. And Paintsville's done that so far.
Yeah. The Waddy Little says, can he bet on Cat Walters going to Boston when she graduates?
Right.
I'd say that's a wise bet. They'll swing it over to Ava Rogers. Yeah, Cat Walters burying that one. What a game Cat Walters is having. Coach, if I had to bet Cat Walters, Sheila may be in Lexington with her brother EB. Nice job getting it out. Skaggs lost it.
Just off Skaggs' foot.
Yep.
But again, it was that second chance opportunity by Paintsville. And you've got McKinley Rainey checking back in for Paintsville. Yeah. She had herself a first quarter.
Well, you could tell the ball handling was getting a little sloppy there, and Don Kenner's like, I got to get my PG back in the game. Coach, right now, Pikeville, if they score here, then watch out, because they cut it down to 3 or 4 here, depending on a 3 or 2.
Make it as close as it's been since early in the first quarter.
Absolutely. This is a huge possession. Ava Rogers probably should have went up with that, Coach. No shot blocker down there at that time.
Wasn't even looking to score.
Nope. Goes in, nice job, loses it though.
If I'm Paintsville, I'm going to try to hold for a last shot. Things are getting a little hairy, little herky-jerky. You want to go in 6 or more up. You don't want to give Pikeville another opportunity to score the basketball.
Let me see.
And it looks like Alvin's going to play off of her, so I'm not rushing anything.
Well, yeah, good cut. And Kenner gets fouled hard there, Coach. And I like that. You know, if you're Pikeville, send a message. You know, if you're going to foul, you know, make her feel it. You know, and that's what you got to do, Coach. When you get somebody that's attacking like that and continuing to hurt you at the rim, you know, maybe give them a little hard foul here and there. Make them second guess coming back again. Kenner.
Well, you were a 1990s Knicks fan.
I die hard.
Right.
Anthony
Charles
Mason out
Oakley.
there, right?
Yeah, Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason. Yeah, Charles Smith.
Yes.
Kenner.
And don't forget about John Starks playing on the perimeter.
He's one of my favorites.
He get under your skin.
Yep, he was one of my favorite players all time. Nice job by Alvin.
Don't want to give up any 3 balls if you're Paintsville.
No, 26 seconds to go here. Rogers over to Walters. Walters off the mark. Rebound, Dagan Oliver right back around. They're called travel.
Got what you needed.
Yeah.
Now, Coach Kenner, if you're a Paintsville fan, no reason to speed things up here with an 8-point lead.
I just give it to Kenner and say, go get me a bucket.
Right. Go on 5. They're going, we call it T-flat. Going flat.
There you go, Kenner. A little shake, little bake, spins middle, shot up, tough shot, rims out. Coach, you got the shot you wanted.
Yeah.
Just not able to convert. And right here, you got to watch out. It's got to be a quick shot, quick tip here.
Maybe lob it up to Kenner, right?
Yeah. And right there, Alvin doing a good job. Coach, I like that. Kylie Alvin recognized, you know, there's a good chance of that lob, and she just got up in Kenner and was pushing her and made it where there wasn't no way it could happen. Great job by Alvin there.
Great first half, Darryl.
Great first half of basketball. 26-8. Paintsville leads Pikeville here in the Pikeville Medical Center halftime show. We'll take a quick break, and we'll get you caught up on all the action when we return.
Welcome back here to the Pikeville Medical Center halftime show. Paintsville up 26-18 on the Panthers. Let's give a rundown on some scoring for Pikeville. Kylie Alvin has 4. Kat Walters has 13. And Sophie Woods has 2. That rounds out the scoring for the Panthers. And then on the Paintsville side, Kylie Kenner, 14 points. McKinley Ramey has 6. Brooklyn Skaggs has 4, and Kate Lawfer has 2. And that rounds out the scoring for both teams here, Darryl.
Yeah, these two teams right now, I mean, obviously for Pikeville, you got to slow down Kylie Kenner and McKinley Ramey. They've got in the paint at will tonight, and you've not showed any ability to keep them from getting in the paint. You got to sit back, coach, and play a good tight zone here, and stop some of them driving lanes and just force them. I mean, Kenner, they do got a couple girls that can knock down threes, but that wouldn't be what scares me. What scares me is what's happening right now, and that's them getting to the rim anytime they want.
Well, I would live and die, well, not live and die, but I would live early on and say, can they knock down threes consistently? Because if not, we've got size where we can rebound and get out and go. But I'll say this again, and maybe it's just how I play in my philosophy. I want to get up and down the floor. I want to attack the rim, attack the paint. But specifically in the 15th region, there's no shot blockers on Pikeville's side, folks. If I'm Paintsville, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and attacking that painted area, especially Kylie Kenner with her size and length and athleticism. We got the little dipper, Darryl McCoy, going down here.
Try to get an interview, Coach.
Yeah, we're going to try to get an interview with
Coach Kenner.
Coach Don Kenner. And Don's done a tremendous job on both sides, game planning, schematics, all that good stuff. And we're going to see if Darryl McCoy can get Coach Kenner for a quick interview. We're about 7 minutes to go before the start of this second half. One more half to go, and the championship will be set on the girls' side. And then tomorrow, Championship Saturday, girls. Final Four Saturday, boys. Darryl McCoy, here we go. Don Kenner.
All right, guys, we're here with Coach Kenner. Coming into this ball game, everybody knew, Pikeville, Paintsville just beat them about a week ago. How'd you come in telling your team, keep them focused and be like, okay, we've already beat them, but we got to come out and stay focused again because they're going to be gunning for us?
Yeah, our girls know just to prepare for everybody's best game, especially in the postseason here. Nobody's going to let up. Everybody's going to be bringing it because nobody wants to go home.
Right now it looked like in the first half your size was giving them some issues. All around the floor, your bigs was doing a good job, and Kylie was getting to the rim at will. McKinley Ramey also doing a good job penetrating the paint. What do you expect them to do in the second half here to kind of slow that down?
Yeah, look for them. When they came to us, they mixed it up a little bit and kind of went some zone in the second half. So, keep attacking and keep getting the ball up and down and putting the pressure on them defensively.
Right now, they virtually got 3 point guards out there. When it comes to pressure, how do you attack pressure of Pikeville with such good ball handling?
And just our size. We're getting in the passing lanes and using our lanes. So you'll hear us yell at the girls a lot. Get the hands up here. We're blessed. We have a lot of length on our team. We sometimes get teams. So girls just got to do that and use their whole bodies.
It's the second half, and Tiger face. Back to you, Matt.
Darryl McCoy with that sideline interview with Don Kenner. 5 minutes to go before the start of the third quarter, and Kevin Jones says, we got a host of community partners that make this tournament possible.
Absolutely. Amanda Blackburn-Muncie, Magistrate, District 1. Brian Morris for Judge Executive. Rodney Scott for Sheriff. Mountaineer Buildings, Punk's Tire, Hilton Homes of Ible, Willie Crace, Republican State Representative, 95th District, S&K Asphalt, Pikeville Medical Center, Food Fair, TRW Vendors Market, Matt Hager Law, Clayton Homes, George Swain at State Farm, Sal Steakhouse, Pro Cleaners, Hurley's Jump Zone, Crum Funeral Home, Jason Fields for Jailer in Pike County, and Nick Markham for Jailer in Martin County, Butcher's Towing, Warfield Market, Tommy's Auto Sales, 23 camper sales. Mitchell Ferris, U.S. Center, man, Toyota.
Man, what a deal.
Lucas and Sons Funeral Home, Gary C. Johnson Law. Big Al's Garage, Larry Frisbee for District in Johnson County. The Mine, that's where Darryl and Coach Keathley's going. And Coach Keathley's getting on the bar tonight, Darryl, at the Mine. Black Dog Excavation Crew, Forest Service Center, and Jessica Click, also in Johnson County District, right?
Absolutely. Listen, there's one or two ways to get hopping and popping. That's go to Hurley's Jump Zone or the Mine.
That's right.
Or in Coach Keathley's case, Crum Funeral Home.
That's right.
As I sitting here, guys, Pikeville Medical Center, halftime show, Pikeville Medical Center, taking your healthcare expert, your healthcare serious here in Eastern Kentucky, Coach. They've now opened after-hour clinics all throughout Pike County, including a new one at the Southside Mall.
Kevin Jones giving us some interesting hand signals there.
Yeah.
Darryl McCoy, just real quick on the stats. McKinley Ramey with 6 points for Paintsville. Kylie Kenner with 14. Brooklyn Skaggs with 4 points. For Pikeville, Kylie Alvin with 4 points. They've done a tremendous job on Miss Alvin. And Kat Walters, oh man, she's getting it done from deep. And I've got Kat unofficially with 13.
Yeah, I mean, when you sit here, Coach, this second half, I mean, you heard Coach Kenner, and she told me off camera, she said that, she expected them to do that, kind of pack in the paint here in the second half, force them to become a jump shooting team, said they got to make shots. So. Yeah. That's going to be key. Will they make that adjustment, or how will things go? Corey Thacker.
Corey Thacker up here, brother.
Yeah, great season.
He's had an unbelievable season.
Yeah, unbelievable. The class act coming up to the booth saying, I appreciate all you guys' service and everything you guys do.
Right. Corey Thacker, again, 58th District champions and Final Four in the regional tournament.
Absolutely. This, Coach, third quarter here is brought to you courtesy of S&K Asphalt Service. S&K Asphalt Service right now doing a great job of making sure that they pave your way across Eastern Kentucky, Coach. And the thing I like about them is they do the job right the first time. Not the second time, not the third time, the first time. That's S&K Asphalt Service. Call them, Anthony Hampton, to come out and give you a free quote on your next paving job.
Well, that's our motto here at the D&D Sports Network. We get it done the first time around.
That's it. Get it done, get it out of the way. That's why, it's why we're the best. And it's because of that and our fans. Guys, our fans are unbelievable. You guys, night in, night out. Coach, we've been doing this now. This is our 5th or 6th year.
Listen, it's there, 5 or 6.
I think it's our 6th year. We've been doing this, and nobody's come close to us, in the ratings. And it's because of our fans and the businesses. Local businesses want to advertise with D&D because there's nobody that can reach the people we do for the price we do.
Throughout the year, and we've always done this, we really, listen, we're competitive. We check demographics. We check where the viewerships are. And this isn't hyperbole, ladies and gentlemen. Every single year, D&D Sports Network has doubled up our opponents during the 15th region tournament.
Yeah, and that's the thing right now. That's just the way it is. There's a lot of people that does a great job with streaming, but the people understand. We know the kids, we care about the kids, and in return, like right now, there's 3 Division I coaches tuning in right now.
Right.
No
surprise.
Now, as we're sitting here, this third quarter coming out, brought to you courtesy of S&K Asphalt Service. Miranda Bradford says, tell Darryl to drop the mic. Coach, you don't want to tell me to do it twice.
All right.
Now, here we go. It's going to be Pikeville basketball coming out here in the third quarter, Coach. Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy on the call. Coach May and Jackson Estridge on the production.
That's 3-time Coach of the Year to you, Darryl McCoy.
3-time Coach of the Year, Coach K.
The original Coach K.
Yeah.
No, there ain't no way that's.
Yep, the original. Yep.
Paintsville again. There you go. Just hounding those guards.
Yeah. There's Alvin, throws it over. Walters saves it. Gets it back to Lynn. Lynn back over to Alvin. Alvin in and out. Coach, one thing that I've not seen this year, and I'd really like to see, you know, and it's now the time's winding down, but, you know, we know how good an Alvin.
Oh!
Wow.
I'm not sure about that one, Darryl McCoy.
Me either. Kenner took a hard dump to the floor, and
yeah, a little uncertainty on that one.
Yeah, listen.
Thought about it.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Really should have thought about it.
You're sitting there. That's only a cleanup at George Swain at State Farm can help you out with, Coach. A collision.
That's right.
Repair expert, George Swain.
Man, they're active Paintsville.
But back to what I was saying, Coach, Nicole Lynn has so much more to give offensively. People don't understand, you know, she's a really good guard.
Lynn, we've said this before, Lynn's always been pegged in as the next one up as the primary handler. And she's always just done what the coaches asked.
Yeah. I mean, she's limping right now, Coach, because of that collision.
Yeah. There's Lynn.
Yeah, there she is. Look. And you could tell, too, Coach, like, you know, she's limping a little bit, and that explosion out of that turnover just wasn't there.
Might have been off to the races.
Yep. Big fan of that young lady, Nicole Lynn. Kylie Alvin gets it back over to Lynn.
They're almost running a bottleneck zone.
There. Nice job. Ava Rogers over to Walters. That's a great job by Walters recognizing Coach and cutting to the basket on that backside.
Alvin has just been off from deep tonight.
Yeah, I don't think she's hit one three tonight, has she?
Yeah, I don't think so. She's normally about a 30% three-point shooter. Not elite, but very solid, but been off here so far.
Kenner. Get it to that high post. Drops it down. Nice job.
That's going to be Ava Rogers' second personal.
Well, seeing Kenner to the line.
3,000 and counting. Only a junior.
That's incredible. 3,000 career points. You know, I mean, it just tells you how special, you know, Coach she is. You know, I mean, that's a lot of girls don't hit that number.
No.
And there.
That would have to put Kenner top 20 all time, maybe even top 15 in the state of Kentucky.
Well, I mean, is she the best scorer since Whitney Creech in the mountains?
Yeah. Now, I think you'd have to put Feltner.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say, Kinsley Feltner.
Not as athletic as Kenner. Yeah,
Feltner would be the one. You know, I think Savannah Wheeler, you know, she was up there as well. I think she had over 3,000 career points. But you know, Kylie Kenner definitely in rarefied air. There she is, swings it back out to Helton. Helton fires it in and out.
Nice box out by Woods.
Coach, you hit the nail on the head there. Pikeville, I don't know I've seen any team 1 through 5 box out the way that Pikeville does. You can clearly tell Denise Campbell puts a point of emphasis on boxing out.
You can tell her handprint is all over that aspect of the game.
Yep.
Didn't Feltner, I could be wrong, didn't she get 4,000? Wasn't she close to 4,000?
Did Feltner get 4,000?
I think she did.
She did play since she was in 7th grade.
I think Darryl went down there and done the, like,
I
remember something. Might have been 3,000.
Nice look.
I can't remember. Nice job.
Darryl, they were just beating them down the floor.
Skaggs doing a good job in transition.
It really is just a track meet. It's who wants to get back.
Yes, Feltner did. Nicole Harmon Grace said.
So Feltner got 4,000?
That's what I guess. That's what she was assuming too.
So that would put her second all time in Kentucky.
Well,
behind Creech.
Gets it back out.
Darryl, how active is this Paintsville defense?
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable right now. Kylie Alvin, that's a bucket Pikeville sorely needed there.
Absolutely.
There comes Kenner. Kenner with a little hesitation dribble, goes straight to the rack, just blew the bunny on that one.
Right?
Yep. Alvin kicks it ahead. Walters, she gets swatted.
She went up against the wall in that situation.
But credit her, Coach. She's not back down.
No. Woods trying to sneak in.
Bella Blackburn says Kylie Kenner, queen of the 15th region. Here you see coming back the other way, Ramey with the steal. Ramey, nice up and under.
They've blown a couple of layups, Darryl.
Good defense by Lynn there.
Yeah. Again, you've got to capitalize. When you've got open lanes or you're on a fast break, you got to knock down those layups. This could be a 13-point game instead of a 9-point game.
I agree. Alvin gets it up. Pikeville's got a chance to get numbers here. Sophie Woods, she's going to go in, kicks it out. Alvin.
Nice look.
Yeah. What a job there. Coach, credit Sophie Woods. She done a great job sealing the defender off, getting the inside position.
Used her backside to create separation.
Always been a fan of this young lady.
That's Kenner's third.
Yeah, keep an eye on that.
Kenner with another rebound, and she's off to the races.
Yeah. Mary Atkins watching from North Carolina. There's Kenner directing traffic, gets it over. Skaggs for three. She's off the mark. Rebound, Blankenship.
Should have went up.
Yeah. Off the mark, another rebound. That size just giving them problems, but couldn't convert.
4 opportunities around the rim between the last 2 possessions.
There's Alvin, nice ball fake. Free throw line jumper, nets it, and Denise Campbell feeling it over there, Coach.
You might, Don needs to think about getting a timeout here.
Right here, Denise Campbell right now firing on all cylinders, and you talk about coaching staffs. Coach, you got Clara Blair over there on the other staff.
Coach May makes a good point, Darryl. It feels like Pikeville's down double digits, but they're only down 5. The way they've played, Paintsville's just been the more aggressive team, but that's what happens. You hang around, shots start falling.
I agree with you. It feels like it's a double-digit ball game, and you look at the scoreboard, and Pikeville only down 5, couple possessions.
Yes.
Real quick, let's thank Amanda Blackburn Muncie, Magistrate District 1, Jessica Click, District 1 Commissioner, Larry Frisbee, District 1 Commissioner in Johnson County, Forest Service Center, located right outside Prestonsburg. Go see Corey Conley for all your automotive needs. Also want to thank the Mine, Black Diamond Excavation Crew, Warfield Market, Tommy's Auto Sales, 23 Camper Sales located in Cannonsburg. Don't just sell campers, they sell accessories located in Boyd County. Mitchell Ferris, U.S. Senate, Man Toyota, man, what a deal. Gary C. Johnson Law, Pikeville Medical Center, Clayton Homes of Harold, George Swain at State Farm, Sal's Steakhouse, Hurley's Jump Zone, Crum Funeral Home, S&K Asphalt, Willie Crace, State Representative, Punk's Tires, Mountaineer Buildings, and Brian Morris for Judge Executive. As you sit here right now, Coach, I don't know, if you're Coach Kenner, you could start feeling, but, I will give you this. There wasn't a lot of opportunities there. A lot of blown layups there on the Paintsville side, and Pikeville's very fortunate to be where they're at. Paintsville, they got to start converting on some of them drives.
When you miss layups, especially golden opportunities like turnovers and transition buckets, those will come back and bite you in the rear end eventually. And that's what's happened right now. But again, Paintsville has stayed the more aggressive team. You just got to stick with it. Don Kenner says, look, we got to keep being the aggressor. And listen, if I'm Kylie Kenner, I'm attacking downhill.
Well, they're still doing a really good job of getting to the rim. They're just not making shots right now.
Yes.
Speaking of Willie Crace for state representative, he just walked to the upper deck over there. There's Skaggs, gets over to Ramey. Ramey.
There it is.
Yeah. Kenner off the mark. And Alvin chases down the rebound, gets it up to Walters. Walters in a foot race to the rack. Nice play there. Woods gets it to Ava Rogers, back to Walters. Walters around. Lynn attacks.
Nice.
Good take by Nicole Lynn.
Just like that, one possession game.
Coach, listen, Denise Campbell, these girls have lit a fire in her over there.
Nice dump off.
And Loffer going back out. Loffer dumps it. Nice job by Kenner.
Official calls on the floor. Only the second team foul on Pikeville.
Gets it in to Alvin. Back over to Hill.
I go right back to Kenner. She's got a size advantage over Alvin. Third team foul. Listen, I'm going right and putting Alvin on the blocks, Kevin Jones. I don't understand that. She's got a 5-6-inch height advantage, and lengthwise maybe 7 to 8.
I agree.
Swings it back around.
Off Lawfer's leg. They got a chance to tie it up.
Nicole Lynn kicks over to Walters. Walters back out to Alvin. Alvin going to back it back out. There goes Alvin. Nice job there. And nobody home there, Coach.
Nowhere to go with it.
No, I mean, that was a errant pass.
Said it was, Coach Denise Campbell said it was tipped.
Uh-oh.
Be careful.
Hands warning, right?
He said, we'll give you a warning. He didn't like the stomp, Darryl.
No. And look at Denise Campbell flexing over there, Coach. I like it. Denise Campbell, one of our dear friends here at D&D.
There it is, right at the elbow.
Yeah, back around.
Darryl, they're not attacking like they were. They're getting it at the elbow or inside the paint, and they're pitching it back out. No reason to do that. There are no shot, well, Sophie Woods, but there are no shot blockers on that back side.
James Ward says he hopes Paintsville wins, so he'd like to see a Johnson Central rerun. There you go, kicks it, Skaggs over to Kenner. Kenner dumps it down. Helton shows it. Nice attack. And so, who?
Just couldn't get it to go there.
Who's in there now?
That is in the ball game for Paintsville. Darryl's Addison Helton.
Brings it back around here.
Addison Helton and Kate Lawfer.
There's Walters. Off the mark. Kenner coming back the other way.
Somebody's got a wide open shot.
Yep. There you go. Helton gets it over. Ramey, baseline jumper, and nails it.
Paintsville overpassing right now, Darryl. Even though that went in, one too many passes the last 3 or 4 possessions.
Yeah. Swinging around. Nice elbow jumper there by Ava Rogers. And Rogers keeping them in it here. 3-point ball game. Kenner brings the ball up the floor here. 41 seconds left in the third quarter.
Denise has shed the jacket over there, Darryl.
She means business right now. Swings it over to Helton. Helton gets up. Ramey, nice drive kick. Skaggs back over to Ramey. Kenner with it out top, going to work on Alvin. Alvin doing a good job.
Yeah,
and looky there.
That was a good call. Great call. And it's going to send Kenner to the line. Listen, you can't. The official saw that. Alvin had her hands on the forearms of Kenner. Gonna shoot 2.
We'll see Annabelle Blankenship coming in the game for Paintsville. Also Kendall Short will be checking in for the Tigers.
And that is
Coach, Not Central defeats Hazard 52-42.
I would call that an upset.
Yeah, definitely in girls basketball. So Coach McLaren is advancing. Kenner. Free throw up and good.
Back to a 2-possession game.
Alvin gets it to Woods. Swings it up to Lynn. Back around Alvin. Alvin attacks, kicks. There's Walters, gets it over to Lynn. Lynn pulls up. no good. Rogers chasing it down. Be out of bounds. 4 seconds to go. Paintsville will have another shot to extend this lead.
They're going to double Kenner on the inbound.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Alvin tried to bind the foul there.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, and there's Skaggs.
Oh!
Almost. And right now, Paintsville's going to end 3 periods of play with a 32-28 lead on the Craig Dameron Furniture scoreboard. We'll be right back.
At AAA Real Estate, they don't just list, they sell. They have experienced professional realtors with cutting-edge technology ready to work for you. The choice is clear. Whether you're buying or selling, contact Shirley Blackburn at listwithAAA.com.
Hi, Smokey Armstrong, United Motorsports in Belfry. Kick into high gear with great deals on new Honda motorcycles and ATVs. Power through any terrain with savings up to $7,000 on selected Polaris side-by-sides and ATVs. Built for work, built for play, and ready to ride. Get the job done with Kawasaki. New and pre-owned inventory from parts to service and the financing to get you approved. It's all right here. United Motorsports, Belfry.
Craving a taste of Central America? Head to Sal's Steakhouse. Sizzle your senses with mouthwatering steaks, juicy burgers, savory chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Sal's Steakhouse, where your taste buds will thank you. Unleash the flavor at Sal's. Taste tradition, taste the difference.
There's Robin Newsom on the Matt Hager fan cam. Coach Robin Newsom, she says, hey, she said, my season ain't done. She said, I'm still selling some T-shirts here, guys. Come up and buy them.
Got her a big, large popcorn.
Yeah, there you go. Get your popcorn popping there. Ah, Kit, there you go. Kat Walters nails the three-pointer, Coach, and cuts it to a one-point ball game to start this fourth quarter of play.
Closest it's been since early in the first quarter. Paintsville held to 6 points in the third quarter.
Fourth quarter brought to you courtesy of Tommy's Auto Sales.
Timeout, Don Kenner, 30-second timeout, and they're going to bring McKinley Ramey back in. Ramey, excuse me.
She changed it to a full. We'll stay here during this one. The, you know, this is one of them right now. You know, I just, Coach, you can start to feel Pikeville gain a little bit of momentum. You know, I thought they've done a good job really of focusing in on the supporting cast. You know, like, you know, Paintsville's one of them teams, you know, do you let Kylie Kenner get hers and shut down everybody else, or do you try to focus on Kenner and, you know, take your bets with everybody else? You know, I think they've done a good job in the second half of really minimizing what McKinley, Ramey, Brooks, Skaggs is doing.
Well, I think the bigger thing is you see Paintsville starting to tighten up on the offensive end. It's probably the last 4.5 minutes of this ball game. They've had several opportunities around the rim or in the interior. They're kicking it back out, maybe one too many passes. Darryl, they're playing, I still like what they're doing on the defensive side, but they got to, look, they get a shot opportunity, they got to take it. Too much moving the ball when they, listen, you don't need that extra pass.
I agree. And that, Coach, did you see the cheerleaders down here? But I agree with you there. You know, let's see how they focus coming out of this timeout. Nice job. Gets it down to Blankenship. Great play design.
Right there. Go back up.
Yep. Extra pass, as you mentioned. Yeah, here comes Walters and the Panthers. Pikeville with a chance to take the lead if a bucket here. Alvin, she's going to be backed out toward the timeline. Ramey pushing out on her. High screen by Sophie Woods. Alvin comes around the back side of it. Bumped into her own player. Yep. And, Coach, that right there, that's a backbreaker. If you're Pikeville, you know, I mean, you had a chance to take the lead. You had the momentum on your side and just not able to capitalize.
McKinley Ramey done an excellent job on Alvin.
I agree. As last night, Coach, we coined on the Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Looky there, Lynn.
Oh.
What'd they call?
They called a foul on Kylie Kenner.
That's what I was going to say. You know, I thought at first They was going to call travel. I was like, what?
That's Kylie Kenner's 4th personal. 4 personals on Kenner.
Yeah, still 6:37 to go. That's not good news for Paintsville. Got to keep her on the floor. And
gonna get
Skaggs with the foul.
Yeah.
You know, coaching right now, if I'm Don Kenner, I'm telling Alvin, listen, hey, if you have to give up a layup, you give up a layup, but you do not lay hands on nobody.
No. No.
There you see Alvin. Alvin, good defense by Ramey. Ramey gets over to Sophie Woods. Woods to high post, nice skip pass. And Lynn off the mark. Rebound by Hilton.
Off and running.
Yeah, here comes Kenner. Kenner, nice look. Good dish.
A tasty dish.
Yep. Coming back the other way, Alvin.
Oh, nice attack by Alvin.
Yeah. And, Coach, it's back to a 1-point ball game. Here comes Kenner. Kenner, a little shake, a little bake, heads over to Ramey. Ramey, she'll get it over to Hilton. Wide open out top with Skaggs. Couldn't get it to fall. And here comes the Panthers again. Can they capitalize this time? Kat Walters going to back it back out. Coach, I'd like to see Kat attack there.
She said, let me find my PG. Get in this deep corner where I've buried them all night.
Alvin. Over, right there it is. Walters. Can't get it to fall.
Woods.
Sophie Woods with the rebound, put back, and Pikeville with the 1-point lead. 35-34.
I'm telling you, Sophie Woods has been the difference maker in the second half. Rebounding, boxing out.
There's Kenner. Kenner gets it over to Hilton. Hilton right back to Kenner. Kenner, floater, up, no good. Collision down under the basket.
Going to stay Paintsville ball.
Coach, right now, Pikeville feeding off the energy of their coach over here, Denise Campbell.
She's got that energy on a 10 right now.
She absolutely does. You're talking about inspiration. Nice job, Kenner.
We'll see who that's on.
Adam Laura Rice says, I don't understand touch fouls on the perimeter, but allow physicality on the drive. Said been that way on both sides.
But it's been like that all week. But, Adam, I don't disagree with that. I don't – listen, they're not allowing any pushing or holding on the perimeter, and they do let them play on the inside. That's something we've talked about all week. But, listen, I think, listen, you're going to push and grab, that's a personal foul. You're going to touch, that's a personal foul.
Kagan Hurley says, coming down to a barn burner here. Connor Thacker says Coach Campbell is bringing the energy. Said Darryl, best coach in the 15th region. And she got awarded that too.
Paintsville back up by 1 here.
Yep. Brings it back around. There's Alvin.
If I'm Alvin there, I'm going at Kenner.
Oh, yeah.
Attack, attack, attack.
Yeah, try to get her off the floor. Now Alvin. Right now, Paintsville leads 36-35 on the Craig Dameron Furniture scoreboard.
Smart by Walters there.
Walters drives, kicks. There goes Lynn. Lynn goes up with the floater.
Going the other way.
And how about Lawfer stepping in, drawing the charge there. Big play by the young Kate Lawfer.
Tough basketball playing. And one thing, Adam Rice made a good point. They are letting them play in the interior. One-point lead, Paintsville.
Yep.
Approaching 4 minutes to play.
Coming down to crunch time here. They'll swing it back around. Ramey drives, kicks it back over. Ramey going back it out, set up their offense here. Hands it over to Kenner. And Coach Kenner off the mark.
Rimmed out.
Listen.
Woods.
Nice. Woods running the floor. And Woods with the bucket. Pikeville back on top.
Going to get Callie Alvin with her 3rd personal.
Coach, the one thing right now, you're talking about getting star treatment. Every time Kylie Kenner touches the rock, the whole stadium is going into a boo chant. You know what I mean? There's a media timeout on the floor. They'll take one. We will too. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network.
Willie Crace is proud to support all area teams this season and our student athletes in Floyd and Pike counties. Vote Willie Crace for state representative, a voice we can count on for the mountains.
It's going down. Meet me in the. Meet me in the. Meet me in the. It's going down.
Guys, it's going down at 23 Camper Sales. Don't delay your dreams any longer. Come to 23 Camper Sales, where your dream camper is waiting.
You see the Paintsville band, they're rocking there. And, Coach, right now, you look on the Craig Damon Furniture scoreboard, Barn Burner Brewing, Pikeville leads 37-36 on the Matt Hager fan cam. You know, this is a tough one here, as you see the band down there doing a tremendous job. But this is a tough one, Coach. I mean, looky here. Look at this youngster over here, Coach. You know, when you look right now, you know, Paintsville's played such a good 3 quarters of basketball. But here in the 4th quarter, you can feel the momentum has shifted over to Pikeville's side.
Kylie Kenner held to 4 points here in the 2nd half.
That 4 points, think of that. How many she got on 18?
18.
You got 18 on the day.
Darryl, and the thing about it is that she has a mismatch, right? And I don't want to say Alvin can flat out guard, but I'm just talking about size and length.
Coach, you're going to hear the fans over there booing Kenner every time she touches the ball. Kicks it over. Shot up and good. Big bucket by Helton.
Back and forth we go.
Here comes Alvin back the other way. Trap comes mid-court. She blows by. Alvin all the way. Alvin goes up and under. Can't get it to fall. Woods with another board.
Woods again.
And Lynn, Coach, gets pushed out there. Swings it back over. You know, Coach, this is the one girl you don't want touching the rock.
Watch out. Walters open.
There it is. And bounces
Woods
out.
Again.
Sophie Woods, Coach, has been the difference maker here in this 4th quarter.
If Pikeville gets out of here with the win, it'll be Sophie Woods. Big reason why.
I agree with you. I mean, her activity on the glass, running the floor, I mean, doing everything right now. Get it in to Helton. Helton gets it out. Ramey for 3. He's off the mark. Rebound, Helton. Helton knocks it over to Ramey. Paintsville going to come back out with it. Get another chance.
2 offensive rebounds.
Yep. Kenner. There's Loffer. Had it poked away.
3 offensive rebounds.
Yep. Up there. Cat Walters comes. Pikeville's got numbers.
A 3-on-1.
Walters. Nice job. Goes up with it. Kate convert. Lynn. Great job by Skaggs. Here comes Skaggs back the other direction. Gets it over to Kenner. Kenner drives baseline.
Oh, a lot of contact.
Yeah. Nice job by Ramey. Ramey off the mark. And Alvin comes away with it.
Off to the races.
Alvin's pushing the issue here. She'll swing it out to Woods. Woods lets it fly. Sinks it! Sophie Woods nails the jumper. 42-38, and has Paintsville with their backs against the wall. Helton, she swings over to Skaggs, dumps it down to Loffer. Loffer, nice job, good look. Helton with the bucket. And we got a 2-point ball game, 42-40 with 1:17 to go here, Coach.
Listen, this is, if you're wanting a big-time game to get to the championship, one slot to be filled, you're getting one right now.
You are.
Sophie Woods.
Darryl McCoy, Sophie Woods.
No, she is incredible. You know, Sophie Woods, she's hit, hitting that jumper. that was a heartbreaker there because, you thought, well, we'll give her the shot. This Pikeville team, man, they've come out in this fourth quarter with a different sense of urgency than they played the first 3 quarters with.
Sophie Woods, she's been the driving force with her just relentless energy on the glass. Woods right now.
18? Or that's Kenner, I'm sorry.
15 points.
Yeah.
15 points for Sophie Woods, but it's really been her work defensively and on the glass that's changed the trajectory of this game.
Sophie Woods has been the difference. I mean, listen, they win this ball game. Sophie Woods, Kat Walters, coach, has carried this team here in this quarter. And credit Kylie Alvin, too. She's handled the rock. Few turnovers here in the second half. Braxton Fryman says Wendy Schwartz, if they can hold it for 30 seconds, they can win. Here we go. Alvin dribbles up the side. Alvin drives in, gets over to Walters.
There's where that link to Paintsville could pay off, trapping here late.
This here, nearly 500 people tuning in. Gets it out to Lynn. Lynn.
Oh. And listen, only the 3rd team foul on Paintsville.
Yeah, right now you got fouls to give. So Claire Blair say play smart, smart passes. Uh-oh, Kenner about come away with it.
Just got to play solid, right?
Yeah, Alvin. There comes the pressure behind. Coach Paintsville's done a good job trapping.
They have.
Let's see if they do it again here. Alvin.
Their length can cause them problems on these traps.
I agree. 38 seconds on the clock. They got to push her out in the corner there. Use that sideline and baseline, or sideline and half-court line.
Only the 4th team foul. Now you got to think about fouling, Darryl. You might give it one trip around, right?
4
or 5 seconds.
I wouldn't let it go below 25.
No.
There you go, Alvin.
Oh, again.
Yeah.
Now you got to go.
Around.
Now you got to foul.
Yeah. Good foul there. Let's go send Kylie Alvin to the line. Do we know what she shoots on the year, Kevin Jones?
Alvin, again, 15th Region Player of the Year, got a chance to help send her team to the 15th Region Championship.
There's a good look at it. She shoots 82% for the year.
Yeah, so you got who you want at the line, Coach.
Got to get a quick one.
There's Kenner. Kenner pulls the 3.
Oh!
Again, it bounces in. Coach, these rims have been really kind to shooters here this week.
They have indeed. Wow.
All of a sudden, this game gets really interesting, Coach.
Yes, it does. No matter what, if they foul, you got a chance to tie it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll sit here and let the cheerleaders, let you fans see these Paintsville cheerleaders. What a shot there. And this game, Coach, still doors open. Right now, you get a quick foul, but you want to deny Kylie Alvin the ball. Obviously shoots 80+%. Try to get one of the others. But the thing is, who do you foul? They got a lot of experience on the floor, Pikeville does.
21 points for Kylie Kenner. If I'm Paintsville, I'm most certainly going to keep it out of the hands of Kylie Alvin and have anybody else shoot those free throws.
That's me. That's definitely the one. If I'm them,
maybe, right? Ava Rogers?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's who I would send. Ava Rogers would be who I'd foul in this situation.
Nevertheless, they're going to have a chance to maybe 3 to 4 seconds try to gamble for a turnover.
He gets it in. Alvin. Trap comes.
Oh, it's off her foot!
That's out! Paintsville's ball! Paintsville has a chance here, Coach. The door is open.
We said it. You got 3 or 4 seconds to make something happen. Paintsville did. Got to have a chance to win this, and you don't need a 3, and you've got an elite level rim attacker in Miss Kenner.
Yeah, you see Coach Kenner over there. You know who's getting the ball here. And Coach, right behind you see former Pikeville star Savannah Noonamaker.
One of the all-time greats.
Yep, watching in on the huddle there. But, right here, Kylie Kenner, Coach, you either go to Kylie Kenner, that's who, if it's me, your stars take the shot in these situations. Or you could use her as a decoy and let McKinley Ramey. She's done a really good job of attacking, getting clean looks in the paint, and then have everybody else collapse on the offensive board. That's one of the 2 ways I would go there, but Kenner would be the one shooting.
You want to attack going downhill. Listen, Pikeville's not done a great job at help side or covering drives.
Yeah.
I'm either taking one of those 2 driving, but you need somebody in that short corner if the double comes, kind of the dunker's alley or that short corner to drop it off to for a layup. Need no 3s.
Listen, if I'm Paintsville here, Coach, I can live with Kylie Kenner missing the shot. That's how I look at this here. I'm letting Kenner decide this ball game.
They may bring a double to try to get it out of her hands, but if they do that.
And watch right here, watch Alvin try to draw the foul too, Coach. Keep an eye on that.
Here we go. They're going straight up.
Yeah, right here. There goes Kenner. Kenner turns back middle, kicks it out. Skaggs off the mark. And Kat Walters with the rebound. She'll dribble it out. Pikeville advances to the championship game. Paintsville loses a heartbreaker here in the semifinals.
Wow, maybe the best game of the tournament so far.
Yeah, great defensive job by Pikeville on that final possession. We're going to step aside for a quick second. We'll come right back in just a second on the Crum Funeral Home postgame show and get you caught up on all the action from tonight's game.
Welcome, everybody, back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. This is the Crum Funeral Home post-game show. Pikeville escapes 44-43 over Paintsville.
Listen, what a game. Maybe the best game boys or girls side here in the 15th region tournament so far, and it punches Pikeville. They will now face Johnson Central in the championship game tomorrow, Saturday. Score and breakdown, and again, these are unofficially. We got a little, one side of the scoreboard has a couple of players with different numbers, but Callie Alvin with 12 points, Kat Walters with 13 points. 16 points. Sophie Woods with 12, Ava Rogers with 2, and Nicole Lynn with 2 points. And Paintsville, McKinley Ramey with 8 points, Kylie Kenner with 21 points, Brooklyn Skaggs with 8 points, Kate Lawfer with 2, Addison Helton with 4 points, and Darryl. Also, Callie Alvin had 6 rebounds and 5 assists.
The Sophie Woods, I know they had her for 12, but I think she had 15, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
We had her for 15. Scoreboard had her for 12.
Yeah, I think they missed the 3 down here she hit at the end of the game.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll go double-quick players of the game. Kat Walters, Sophie Woods. As Sophie Woods, coach, Pikeville's not in this without her play in the fourth quarter.
No, she totally the difference maker. Her engine, her motor changed the entire deal. Almost like a Oscar Ashibwe when he was at Kentucky. Just his presence on the interior. Sophie Woods tonight was Oscar.
I agree, and like I said, Woods. I thought first half I thought she was playing a little relaxed in that first half. Second half she come out and she was on a mission. I mean, completely different player in the second half. And listen, Kat Walters. She kept them in this game throughout the ball game. When the game would start getting out of hand, she'd hit a big 3, or come up with a defensive stop. Them two well deserving of the double quick players of the game.
Well, for real quick, for Kat, the big thing was it could have been blowout city. Paintsville, they got up 11, they got up 12, but Kat kept them in it with those 3 balls in the first half.
That was the reason they stayed in it, and then Sophie Atkins just dominated, or Sophie Woods dominated down the stretch there. But Callie Alvin, I mean, credit her ball handling, coach. I mean, she's got that thing on a string out there. And Nicole Lynn also coming up with huge plays on both ends down the stretch.
She came up big. She hit a big bucket and also defended really well. She got a big steal late.
Yeah, she did. So great team victory here. And, Coach, the thing that I liked is 15th Region Coach of the Year, Denise Campbell, the energy that she had over there on the sideline. I mean, how can you not fight tooth and nail when your coach is fighting like that on the sideline?
Her energy was on a 10. She looked like she was still in her infancy years of coaching. You wouldn't know she's been doing it for 30-plus years.
Yeah.
Man, she was fired up.
Unbelievable ball game. It's about time we get a good one.
Yes.
It's been blowout city, Coach. We've had, 2 good games here?
Yeah.
That and the Pike Central game
was
the girls' game was the only 2 games that's been decent games, right?
Yeah.
So the blowout cities. But I expect a really good matchup tomorrow, Coach, here as – I mean, you look 3 good ball games. Boys semifinals, girls championship, Now, we'll see, how much does tonight's game play in factor, to Johnson Central tomorrow night. I mean, you just played a war here with Paintsville, and then you got to turn around, and on a short notice, you got to play Johnson Central, I mean, in less than 24 hours. So, that's going to be tough, too. I mean, how does this game affect tomorrow night's game?
A quick turnaround, and as you mentioned, the way Johnson Central plays – it's 32 minutes of what.
Yeah.
You better stretch. Mm-hmm. You better get a lot of ice on those knees and those legs and be ready to play and get some sleep. Absolutely. And then boys semifinals, Coach, is first game Johnson Central, Floyd Central. Second game, Pikeville, Martin County. The rematch.
So, the rematch.
It's going to be a late night, right?
Yeah.
So the girls don't start till 5, so you're looking, 5, 7:30, 9:30?
I think it's 5, 7, 8:30 maybe.
They said schedule tips 8:45. I don't see that happening.
Not happening. It's going to be 5, 7, 9:30.
Right, probably.
Either way, listen, great night of basketball ahead tomorrow afternoon. Again, let's think Al's Garage, a mini. Al's Garage right now, they got great work, on all your mechanical work. They don't beat you, at the bank either. You can go there, get your car worked on, and still have money left over to go do what you need to do. It's Al's Garage in Minnie. Amanda Blackburn, Muncie Magistrate, District 1. Larry Frisbee, Commissioner, District 1 in Johnson County. Force Service Center. Black Diamond Excavation Crew, The Mine. Willie Crace, State Republican Representative for the 95th District for State Representative. Jessica Click, District 1 Commissioner in Johnson County. Gary C. Johnson Law. AAA Real Estate. Ratliff Moving Company. Lucas & Sons Funeral Home. Man Toyota. Man, what a deal. 23 camper sales. Mitchell Ferris for U.S. Senate. Tommy's Auto Sales. Warfield Market. Butcher's Towing. Nick Markham for Jailer in Martin County. Crum Funeral Home. Hurley's Jump Zone. Pro Cleaners, Commercial Residential Mining. Give them a call, 606-625.
Darryl, I don't want to cut you off, but
5742.
Right here, Darryl. Check that out. Zoom that in on Brock Woods. We thought he may have gotten injured last night. He's now in a walking boot.
Oh, yeah.
So we thought he was hobbling that second half. Let's hope he's okay. But I just wanted to make sure we got that in. And, we're always first on the inside scoop there.
Yeah, he did get injured. You hate to see that, but he's a tough kid. He'll be back.
He will.
Yeah. Then you go and look. Sal's Steakhouse, as well as George Swain at State Farm, Clayton Holmes of Harold, Matt Hager Law, TRW Vendors Market, Food Fair, Pikeville Medical Center, S&K Asphalt, Hilton Home Devival, Punk's Tires, Mountaineer Buildings, locations throughout Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. If they don't have a building you like in their large inventory, they will build it for you to your specifications. Rodney Scott for Sheriff, and Brian Morris for Judge Executive. Guys, again, Pikeville advances by winning a heartbreaker or a thriller over Paintsville, 44-43 on the Craig Damon Furniture scoreboard. They advance to face Johnson Central. Coach Jim Hicks and Johnson Central. Not much of a prize, but either way, you get it tomorrow night here. So, guys, till next time, for Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy, Coach May, and Jackson Estridge. Till next time, so long and good night.